Why on earth would you marry a modern woman? Well, if you want to complicate your life, go ahead, but you're probably more into keeping things simple. A man's life is hard enough to allow stupid people to ruin it. Note that this implies that no matter what they've got between their legs, it's your duty as a man not to accept them into your life. However, when it comes to mating and marriage, things get a bit more serious in every metric. Not only does a married woman in the US have the ability to leave at any given time and take half of your net worth, make you pay her student debt or gender studies degree, she can even have you raise kids that are not even yours. That's the legality men have to deal with, unfortunately. What I refer to is day-to-day life, which is far from being a time of understanding, compassion, and empathy. A modern woman tends to prioritize objectifying herself over being a wifey.
I feel like you sound very jaded.
No, it's the truth. You guys are literally fucking up all the other women that come behind you. You don't think this is true? You don't think this is true? Back in the day when there's BET girls, black girls who just shaking their ass, you know how embarrassing it is for guys to come up to you and ask if you can shake your ass like this because of all these fucking stereotypes? They still do that when I'm at my age. You don't think it's real? You guys are literally you're making stereotypes for all women, and no one's putting you in your place like women back in the day used to.
And that's why we shouldn't judge based on, because everyone's their own person. So
back in the day we weren't having this problem. You saw people get married more.
It's obviously more common now because of social media and OnlyFans and all of this, but people were like hoes in the 1800s.
And you know what's more common too? Women not getting married. Women becoming more single mothers too. That's common as well.
I don't think any of us are single mothers here.
Oh my God. Really stop thinking about you and just in general.
Right there at the end, you can see one of the modern woman's red flags, aka selfishness. In today's video, guys, you'll get to know a lot more about why most women are not wife material, what men are doing about it, and the consequences of this insanity. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to JJ Stewart on writing. He said, "I never once dated a land whale." Okay, I lied. Once I dated an 18-year-old who was gorgeous, but then I met her land whale mom, grandma, and aunt and ran for the hills. See, a smart man looks at the woman, but a wise man looks at the women before her. My man knows bad habits are hard to kill, and it starts in the family. Please don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment, and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video. Embrace your masculinity. The black woman in the previous clip has just said the truth, no matter her appearance, talking about the tattoos, guys. On this channel, we don't care about that. As they say, don't judge a book by its cover. So her points are absolutely right despite her masculine tendencies, tattoos, and piercings, like I said. These days, the objectification of women is so criminal that women themselves perpetuate it. Back in the day, women would marry at a young age, and the family unit was considered a pillar of society. In today's world, though, modern women just think about themselves, clubbing, college degrees, and jobs that make them not necessarily happy. On top of that, men as a whole are not that respected anymore. A man who voices his preferences is a misogynist, fat-phobic, racist, or whatever new age term applies. A man with preferences is demonized, whereas a woman with a long list of requisites is admirable. Men are fed up with being treated as the disposable gender while being called trash, good for nothing, and whatnot. The question is simple: would you allow yourself to stay where you're not treated right? You wouldn't, and in fact, that's the reason why men are escaping the dating scene, let alone not considering marriage an option. Other men who want to get good companionship choose places where women are more feminine, more supportive, and less combative. Although many of you guys don't want to marry for very solid reasons, imagine you've got two choices. You can either marry a hot woman who mocks you, doesn't support your vision, and doesn't obey you, or you can marry an average-looking woman who asks you how your day's been at work, cooks and cleans, and respects and desires you. You'd choose the latter, no?
But there's something to be said about age and experience, life experience. A lot happens in your 20s, and things level out.
Getting
when you
ran
get
through
older.
in baggage and trauma.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah,
There's people with
men don't
emotional
want that.
intelligence.
We don't like
Men
experience.
don't want that in a
So
partner.
then why aren't they
Experience,
wifing
no.
us early? Why are they running around town? Like, you know, if they don't want us ran through and baggage and trauma, why are they like they're waiting till, like, how are we so at 20 I should be looking for 40-year-olds that are ready to settle?
Not
Like, I don't know how to
not necessarily.
I don't know how you it sounds like just a losing battle all around if you look at it as like all the responsibilities.
But
like, on the
it depends
woman.
on if you're a wife. All wives are found, always. If you're 20 years old and you're a wife, you're going to be found. Period. End of story.
The man at the end is spot on. Men are becoming increasingly wiser and less naive, so they can sense a woman's vibe from a mile away. These modern women think that all that matters is looks and moving a certain way on top of a man. And of course, cooking and cleaning is nothing but an oppressive task, because Cardi B raps about not cooking and cleaning, but still getting the ring. However, when it comes to marriage, it's not like men are thinking of turning a woman exclusively into a partner for intimacy. She's not a slave. Many men would love to marry a faithful chick who supports them, but that's the rarest of the species in the current dating marketplace. To understand the reasons why men are not thinking of getting married that much, I found an article from She's Single magazine, such an interesting name by the way. The author's name is Kimberly Perez, so it's not a man talking shit about oppressing women. Let's take a look at her insights. The first paragraph reads, "Marriage is on the decline and it's a scary thought. Imagine dating a man for years, cohabiting, and giving the relationship your all without him ever having to put a ring on it. They want the kids, the house, and the intimacy that goes along with being married, but according to new research, a lot of young men just don't want the wife. No matrimony, no wedding dress, and no big celebration with family and friends." That's partially right, because in reality, some men out there are not willing to get any false allegation for banging a woman. But putting that extreme case aside, she's right. In fact, signing a deadly contract, i.e. marriage, might be one of the worst decisions you can make as a man. Plus, despite how quote-unquote diverse and tolerant everybody is, most average Joes and Janes would call you names for not buying an engagement ring and paying over $20,000 on a wedding. Yes, a wedding normally costs that. Anyway, let's now take a look at the different points she touches on. The first one is, they want to own a house before they get a wife. Men want to be financially set before they marry, and for a lot of guys, this means buying a home before an engagement ring. Well, come to think of it, this is not that surprising because women marry up in income and status. A woman will hardly be willing to join a party where she can't have fun. Therefore, a boring guy working as a coder is not a good catch despite making lots of money and being a caring partner. The second point is, the social pressures to marry just aren't there anymore. Today's young men don't face the same traditional pressures past generations did. From religion to pressure to have grandkids or needing a wife to look responsible to employers, most men in the study said their parents are willing to help support them and even allow them to move back home until they're ready to marry. Despite all this decay, it's a breath of fresh air not to be forced into marriage. In other societies, you're either single or married and there is no third option. However, the dark side of these blurred lines is the hookup culture, babies born out of wedlock, etc. Friendly reminder, be careful when you drop your seed. The third point is that men fear marriage will require too many changes and compromises. Of course, it does. Changing your whole lifestyle for someone else doesn't sound like a plan. That's why high-value men prefer chasing excellence over chasing women, and rightfully so. If a woman is willing to enter a man's frame, he might accept her. But if she comes as a bossy, insufferable girl, he'll just kick her out. Other reasons the author mentioned in the article are the financial risks and dealing with rules and expectations. All in all, the cons outweigh the pros, and honestly, it goes beyond economic reasons. Most women these days talk about feeling liberated, but they don't tolerate certain types of liberty. Take a look.
So let's watch this trad wife video that has people going insane on the internet with over 11 million views. While the world continues to condemn traditional wives. She's cleaning, she's cooking, making muffins, lots of food, perfume, makeup. cooking some more. She's saying, I'll continue to live my truth. That is the video that has people going crazy. A lot of the hate that she's getting on this video is women saying, oh, this is such a horrible lifestyle. I would never want this for myself. I think it's disgusting that you take on this submissive role for your husband. All these different complaints toward this woman. And it's okay that women feel that way. If it's not the role that you want in your life, then don't do it. We as women have an abundance of choices all laid out in front of us. And some of us choose to go down the career path and higher education and all these different things. Others go and choose to be trad wives.
If everyone is free to do whatever they want, as long as they don't violate the rights of others, of course, why are these chicks mad at this woman? The feeling of moral superiority they have is sickening, and nobody wonders why they're still single. A smart man is not willing to put up with combativeness and negativity, and I'm sure you guys are that type of man. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? What are your reasons not to marry? What are the major red flags you detect in modern day women? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.